Hello, I'm Tori Michaels with my co-host here, Stephen Moraga with a PH at the Who's Cares podcast for what'stheplay.net.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the Who Cares podcast. It's me. We're trying out Stephen with a PH at the Who Cares podcast, and I'm here live. Jesus Christ. How do we do this?
Well, where do we start?
Where do we start? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again. You're welcome. You're welcome for joining us here. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you. No, a very heartfelt thank you to each and every one of you. We really appreciate it. And this is a very special day, Miss Tori Michaels, because Miss Tori Michaels, we have new equipment and we have a new friendship again.
Reacquainted.
Reunion. Reunited and it feels so good.
I love that song. But that totally sums us up right now.
Pretty much.
Yeah. It's been a while.
It has been. That's a song. It's been a while. You know what I mean?
Playlist after playlist.
I gotta keep in this thing here. Yeah, so it's been a while.
Haven't seen you. It's been
Can you talk right into it?
No, I took a little vacation, so now I'm back, and
I don't want to say to everybody out there, sometimes when you have friends, because we've known each other for a good 11 years now, right? Yep. Something like that. And sometimes when you have friends like you, kind of mistake things for other things, and things happen in life. That's just the way the world is, right?
Have a little unfortunate fallouts.
Right, exactly. And that was really you kept trying to be cool and everything, and I wouldn't take was it no for an answer or whatever the case may be, even though you've stayed friends with some bizarre people. but it's my fault because I didn't. Sometimes you think you can understand people, and then you don't really see deep down, like, man, if you just took a step back and not be selfish. Of course, probably some selfish person's calling me right now. Oh, it's Sergio. No, it's not. Sergio's a great person.
I love Sergio. Shout out to Sergio right now.
You love him.
No, I've just
I love him too.
On to your podcast,
right? So real quick, I just want to say I am so sorry. I in a lot of ways, I mean, some things you did were a little weird, but more than ever, I was the one that was weird, and I apologize to you. You're a good person, better than most people. Not our listeners or our viewers, but the people that aren't watching. You're definitely better than everybody else out there. I'm just kidding.
Thank you.
No, I'm just kidding. No, but wow. for real, you're a sexy girl, and besides that, you've been a friend of mine, and you really care about us and what we want to do, and we're happy to have you a part of this universe, and we really love you.
Thank you. I really feel like the feeling's mutual, and I'm happy to be back in your guys' life and creating your greater motive, which is, help people get through this times of crisis.
You did not just say that. So Sergio just called me right now. I wonder if there's a way we could, because we're technologically what's the word?
In advance? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, in advanced. Is that a word? In advanced?
I don't know. It just sounds right.
Yeah, he just called right now. Well, let's go through our stuff. We have a little bit of time here, and I think this is you and I time, and you and myself and the listeners and the viewers. Welcome to the Who Cares podcast. This is a whole new era, and I will be dropping a new podcast. I'm going to be interviewing the Pride Fighting Championship announcer. Again, if you want to pull up on here YouTube, the Pride. Her name is Lynn Hart, but she's the Pride Fighter. So my new podcast will be coming out this week. I'm sorry, not this week. Next week. But we're still undecided if it's going to be an evening with Stephen or if it's going to be. I know, right? That's so ridiculous. Like, what would you call my podcast if it was?
I don't know. There's such a big dynamic with your personality,
right,
that it's just like.
But this needs to be about the people. Like, it's going to be an hour-long conversation with somebody. So it has to be about them, not me.
Well, your primary format's going to be like interviews, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I have no idea. I'm going to have to get back to you on that one.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It's Tori Michaels, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Who's standing? So who cares?
Who cares, right? And that's what we love.
Yeah, that should have been my answer. Who cares?
So,
but,
thank you for today. It was actually really nice. You cooked kebabs for me, and it was a nice change of pace. We got to sit by the pool.
Yep, we got to relax. I think you got a little dark.
I hope so.
I'm not sure.
I mean, there's Mexican in me somewhere.
I'm Mexican, but you would never tell about
You
that.
are, aren't you?
Yes, I'm very Mexican.
But you also have Italian and
Irish.
Jesus.
Ginger.
You are a drunk.
I know, that's funny. And like German too.
Oh,
all the drinking.
Jesus Christ.
All the drinking. Unfortunately, I don't really like to drink though, so.
You don't really? Yeah, you don't.
I don't know.
That's weird. Yeah, you. Well, all of us were you were always like a designated driver or some of that. While all of us were partying and everything, you were always the voice of reason. You were always the voice of like,
Mama Bear.
Yeah. And I mean.
Not to like overbearing.
Right. But you were always like, hey, don't worry, guys. I'm good. Yeah.
I just like to have a reliable driver.
100%. Sometimes people like, try to, but if we weren't paying attention, sometimes people like try to mess with you.
Oh yeah, for sure. But
but your pretty girls get messed with.
Unfortunately.
That's what happens.
It's been a few times.
100%.
But,
so Miss Tori Michaels, what have you been up to in like this whole time of crises, the pandemic?
Working nonstop.
Really? You're working during this time of crises?
Yes. Unfortunately. Nonstop.
So if somebody wanted to stalk
I'm
you.
an essential worker.
Are you?
Yes.
So if somebody wanted to stalk you, where would you be working?
I'm gonna keep that confidential right now. But it's an essential worker for sure.
Would it be an essential marketplace?
Some type of
marketplace?
Okay. Yeah. Some type of a retail outlet.
Establishment.
Facility.
It'd be right there in the middle, right? Be right in the middle.
Yeah, like
dead, like a bullseye.
Yeah, bullseye target.
Okay, we're live and people are texting us. Oh, Sergio's.
So, moving on topics. There's a couple topics I wanted to talk to you about today.
Okay.
And
is one of them curious. Sergio? Do you want to date Sergio? The other.
Sergio.
Oh my God.
Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be great? Stimulating though.
Right.
That's what I'm attracted to is like when you have people on your podcast that are engaging and they don't take no for an answer. They don't just follow the trends, the news media. Like I was just really impressed by the research. I like that. I don't like somebody that's just spoon-fed information and they just follow the media.
Right.
For sure.
Oh yeah, racism.
Well, no, like.
Oh yeah, we hate Trump or we like Trump or whatever.
When we were children, we needed resources.
That's true. You did say that, right?
Resources.
Like, yeah, not Wikipedia.
No Wikipedia. We were only allowed to two websites. 5 books, 2 articles.
Had to be books. They had to throw books in there, huh?
No, we had a card catalog.
Oh fuck! You remember that shit? Oh my God.
And then they moved it to the Pentium 1 processors, but before that, it was a card catalog for sure.
Right.
I mean, I'm showing my age, but
no. Young as fuck. So, but no, we all had to do that. But now, everybody like if you say you came to this country, right? And you have no idea what's going on, and then like you turn on the news, you're like, well, fuck, I guess America is very racist. They all hate each other. I think that they either love Trump or they don't. And that's the only news that you get. There's so much going on in the world.
No, that's what's been pissing me off is this whole COVID
Hong Kong lost all their rights.
News didn't stop. Journalism didn't
100.
Stop.
That's
so
beautiful.
I don't understand why journalism has been on a halt during this COVID period. All the other news stories are still going on.
Absolutely.
I don't understand why they're not being published or broadcasted because like you really only want to hear an update about COVID maybe twice a day, once in the morning, once at night.
What's going to happen again?
24 hours on repeat.
I guess the governor does something to pretend like he knows what he's doing.
No, I blame the news media.
Absolutely. They're pieces of shit.
Well, they just need more content and the people that are running them aren't adding it.
I blame the news media for almost everything. Well, first of all, I blame our politicians because they all failed us.
I know, but journalism is a dying art.
But journalism, either they're in on it or they're too fucking stupid. And either way, they gotta go.
Well, because nowadays journalism is like, oh, you read a tweet and somebody says,
Right.
oh, it's okay, that's
Right.
what's happening.
Or they have
this
an
is in the
agenda.
moment. Oh, their location is proper. They're at the scene.
Mm-hmm.
However, real journalism is fact-checking,
Mhm.
interviewing.
Uh-huh.
Like, there is
I
gathering...
don't know. You went to school for it. I didn't. I'm just a stupid podcast host.
Gathering data and information on
right.
what the real story is, and they're not doing that anymore. And
They're
it
not.
really frightens me.
They're not because there's an agenda against, like, they want to, here's the talking points because clickbait, Trump, if you're against Trump, then clickbait, you'll get more clicks or you'll get more likes or you get more views.
We're being spoon-fed information off
Right.
our data history.
Right. I'm not just talking about him, but or COVID or whatever you want to call it, right?
No, we could be talking about something and our phone spoon feeds us information on the
Mhm.
topics that
Right.
we were already discussing.
Well, let me go through Twitter here as you're talking about this. Let's see what the number one things on Twitter are right now at this very fucking moment. Okay, what are we looking at? No, this is it. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, why don't you talk about something that you wanted to talk about? Oh.
Well, no, on Twitter today I was reading that it said that 50 Cent was defending
Mhm.
Drake
Oh.
for his ghostwriting. How do you feel about ghostwriting? I'm really interested.
As a musician?
Yes.
As the ex-manager of one of the greatest girls to ever walk the earth, and then unfortunately she's ruining her life right now in a terrible way.
That's,
Okay, but anyways, ghostwriting. Well,
do you support it? Are you pro or against?
I think it has its place.
Mm-hmm. I mean, well, as an established artist, like, okay, so Drake's an established artist already.
So
okay?
who's defending who?
No,
Wait,
50 Cent is defending Drake.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I feel like
so how many songs of Drake has Drake not written?
That I don't know.
How much is he integrated into the process of it?
Well, my view of it is
we don't know the whole story.
I know we don't
just
know
like
the
everything
whole story,
else.
But he has this platform, and he has a voice that many listen to.
Is he pretending like he does everything?
No, I don't feel like that's what it's not about. I feel
well,
like
if he's pretending like he knows if he's doing everything, if he's producing, if he's writing it, then by all means, let's take this guy and get him the fuck out of just put him in a terrible underground bunker and put some dirt on him.
No, I feel like he's giving artists
or go to Canada, wherever he's from,
who otherwise would not have a voice or a format or an audience. He's giving them a chance to be heard and known. Like if I was to write a song and give it to Drake, or to produce it and put it out there into the universe in the cyberspace, nobody would listen to it. I wouldn't have it would be a nothing. I give it to Drake. He has a voice. My song
makes
or whatever.
money?
Yeah, no,
maybe.
It's not even about making money. It's about telling a story most times for artists. And yes, he's making money off of it, but you also get a percentage as an artist, an unknown artist.
Right.
So it's not like he's not giving royalties to the person.
Do we know that? You're giving me a very ambiguous question. You're giving me a very ambiguous question.
Unless he is one of those artists who just buy a beat off somebody, a one-time fee.
How about this?
Then that's scandalous.
How about this?
That's scandalous.
There could be a possibility that he has a team that writes the beats, writes the vocals, writes everything. And he hired, that's his team. He pays them. He pays their fucking mortgages.
Have you looked up that on songs before? You see how many artists have multiple writers?
We wouldn't even know. Because
they publish it a lot of times.
How about if he does this, right? He's one artist, but he has his own team that he specifically provides income to, and they are his team of fucking brainstorm motherfuckers, and they give it all to him, and then there he goes, and now it all comes from Drake. That's a possibility too.
Yeah, but they all probably get a percentage, and if they don't, then you're a scandalous
maybe not maybe not
because there are artists that do buy that one-time beat or that one-time lyric,
but he's in that stratosphere of he could have his own team is what I'm saying. He has a team of beat makers, he could have a team of vocalists, he could have a team of this, and then they all come together, collaborate, and I wouldn't put it past the fact that I'm not surprised that he doesn't do everything. I mean, the guy is
in a positive way that he was trying to give artists that wouldn't
You're
otherwise known. You know what I mean?
No, he wants to do what Drake wants to do.
I guess.
But he's where he's at.
Put a negative connotation on it.
It's not negative. Look at the music industry. Only has time for about I don't know 20 different artists maybe in a particular categories.
Okay.
So they're looking at them. It doesn't matter if Drake writes it or not. they know that Drake's a fucking million seller, no matter what he puts out for the most part, as long as it doesn't vary too much from whatever his sound is. So that's why in this generation, since about 2002, 2001, we have had shit music. Like right now it's a terrible time for everything, but at least back in the 60s when it was a terrible time for protests and all that stuff, they had good music.
Yeah,
now we have just
artists were diving into their music
right.
and expressing themselves during these hard times.
I feel terrible for the kids growing up right now. They have no music that's actually like relevant to them, unless they really dive deep into like indie artists and shit like that. There's amazing artists right now, just top 40 shit.
Yeah, well, you don't have to have talent right now.
Well, they're talented. You can't say they're not talented.
Some are not talented. They're talented at
who is not
faking.
talented?
Come on, really? To be famous nowadays in general?
I'm not saying to be famous. Well, nobody cares about famous people anymore. COVID kind of got rid of those people. But what I'm saying is that, like, maybe just, you know, you need to have talent. Like Ariana Grande is an amazing singer.
Performance talent you have to have.
She's an amazing singer. Is she interesting enough to like really listen to her? Does she have such an interesting voice that's different than everybody else's? No.
I've never had an intellectual conversation I've heard from her.
Okay, who cares about that? She's there to sing for you.
Yeah, but what happened to artists who write stuff that are mind-provoking?
Okay.
That stimulate your mind.
Okay, well that's
a good beat to dance.
That's not top 40.
It should be.
Well, you lead that charge, girl.
Yeah, right. I can't.
Can you sing right now for us?
No, I'm not going to sing right now.
Can you ballerina dance?
Very flexible.
I love it.
13 years of ballet.
She is flexible, ladies and gentlemen.
Well-rounded.
You did throw a Muay Thai kick at me. I'm like, whoa, shit.
Oh, you should see me when I really try to kick.
Mm.
I'm just saying.
Scissor?
My uncle actually owns a dojo.
Really?
Mm-hmm. He
Uncle
trains
Dojo?
people for the
Uncle
Olympics,
Rico?
for Taekwondo. Yeah.
No shit.
Yep. Honest to God.
Can we go there? Are you gonna give him love? Are you gonna give him love on this
They
podcast?
go to China and everything, travel.
But are you gonna give him like the name of the dojo?
Oh, Knockout Martial Arts.
Knockout Martial Arts. If you want to have
Rancho Cucamonga.
right.
Best training.
God, I keep hitting myself. But this is the new technology. I keep hitting my nose on her.
Why do you do that?
Because my nose is a little larger than yours. You have a cute little butt nose.
Sniff stuff out.
Yep. You motherfucker. So here we are. We're behind you with the beautiful Ferris wheel behind us. We're here live in Santa Monica, California. Just kidding. We're actually in we're in Huntington Beach, a little ways down.
We're pulling a OC TV show where they film in Redondo, but they're really
get out of here.
Orange
They do
County.
that?
Yes, the show Orange County, like OC.
Yeah.
The OC.
Wait.
Filmed in the OC. It was filmed on Redondo.
Are you talking about the old like drama show where like Pacey?
It was filmed in Redondo.
Was that Pacey? Oh no, that was Dawson's Creek.
No, but yeah, it's totally in LA, not even in the OC.
It's a totally different world.
Yep.
LA is full of different people.
TV for you.
You know, it's crazy. I just I was in Palos Verdes.
Oh, I love it there.
It's kind of nice.
It's beautiful.
Kinda.
Nice drive.
Once you get up there, but then there's also the Gets right below it.
The Gets.
No offense to Torrance and Redondo Beach, but it's pretty much a shit show down there.
Might as well be in Wilmington.
Yeah, it's pretty much Wilmington. And then it's weird because everybody's up there like, oh, I live in Palos Verdes, but like, yeah, you do, but yet you just drive like a mile down and.
But that's how it is with any good town. That's how it is with any good town.
Is it?
Beverly Hills.
I don't go there anymore. I'm not Persian. How am I allowed there? I thought.
The last time I went there,
Just
I went
kidding.
with a Turkish guy.
See?
I went with this Turkish
That's where they take
doctor.
You. A Turkish?
And, well, no, I was kind of testing the waters.
Mm.
He said I could go anywhere I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So.
You said Beverly Hills. Did you go to mass shows or something? Or did you go to?
I went to Mr.
Koi?
Chow's.
Oh, you went to Mr. Chow's?
I went to
oh my
Mr.
God.
Chow's. I was testing the waters fully, and he totally catered to it.
I'm sure he did. And what?
They're
what
no, I do have to say about Turkish people.
They're
very polite.
Very polite.
Very polite. Mm-hmm. Super formal.
Well, to all Armenian listeners, don't listen to her.
No, they were super formal. He was a gentleman.
Mm.
Down. Only a kiss on the date. That was it.
Get out of here.
Dead honest.
He took you to fucking Mr. Chow's.
More than one date we went on.
And all you did was kiss him?
All I've done is kiss him.
I'm throwing a gummy worm at you right now. That's fucked up. Man, I feel bad for all of Turkey right now.
No, he was a gentleman.
Uh-huh.
And he showed me that, you know.
He showed you that
we went to a bunch of hookah bars.
A bunch of losers get it on that, and he takes a Mr.
party.
You obviously you didn't.
He was just visiting from
Turkey.
He was actually a doctor in San Francisco for a short time.
Did he play?
Now he's back in Turkey, but he was this very successful doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Was visiting in LA and said that, you know, he even wanted to take me back to Turkey, and you know,
he wanted to take you back to Turkey.
Yeah, no, he wanted me to see his culture.
Sounds interesting.
I don't know, like.
What does he think about this whole COVID situation? Have you talked to him?
I've seen a couple pictures. I've tried to. I kind of fell off with him. I'm not very good at
all the people, Ashley.
He's a doctor.
Tori Michaels.
I know, he's a doctor too. I felt
all the people in the world.
I felt like it was too much. Like, he was a doctor. I'm not a doctor.
That doesn't matter.
I don't know.
That's what he.
I'm bad at maintaining long distance relationships.
Yeah, Turkey's a pretty long distance one.
Well, no, he wanted to fly me up to San Francisco. I'm telling you, a very nice man.
What do you want to call him right now?
No.
Want to text him?
No, because then he's gonna start texting me again.
My
WhatsApp was blowing up.
You did not give him your WhatsApp.
Well, you just need someone's phone number.
Yeah,
you don't have to give it to them.
I understand that. This motherfucker took you twice to Mr. Chow's or whatever.
Took me to Mr. Chow's. Took me to another really nice restaurant.
Right. Stinking Rose. Was it in Beverly Hills? Garlic Rose or some shit. Stinking Onion or what the fuck? You know what I'm talking about. Whatever. The Koi.
There's in where?
I don't. In Beverly Hills. What is it?
In Beverly Hills, there's Mastro's.
Mastro's, right?
There's Mr. Chow's.
Yeah,
I love all the nice.
The stinking. What is it called? The stinking something. No.
I'm bad at that. Sorry.
All I know is that, like, I used to live. My girlfriend used to do hair over there, and off of what is it, little Santa Monica, and it was cool. And Beverly Hills, and I go pick her up, and we lived not too far away from there. It was like maybe 2 miles, but 2 miles over there is like you might as well just. I mean, there's Beverly Hills, and then you're in the West LA.
I've done Star Tours over there.
You have not. You live in LA. What the fuck?
Well, because Curtis had his parents that did tours, and so we went on a bus and we did.
Curtis's parents did tours.
They do tours to this day. You can still do tours with them. Yeah. Those tours cost
Can they take me by his sister's
tours.
house so I get my money back? Because she owes me $40 fucking.
It's about $50, so you know.
Perfect. She owes me $40.
I thought it was 60 actually.
Not even 60.
No, it was 60. I remember.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
What a piece of garbage.
Very good memory.
Well, she's a heroin addict. What are you gonna do?
Whoa, putting her on blast.
I am because she stole $60 from me.
Yeah, I would never steal money from you.
Well,
it's the moral of the story. It doesn't matter what amount.
Yeah, I mean she is a heroin addict.
I know, but jeez.
Well, don't steal $60 from me, and I won't put you on blast on my podcast.
But...
That's to everybody out there. Do not steal money from me. I wasn't buying heroin. I'll tell you what I was buying.
No, it wasn't.
I was buying her love. I wasn't buying heroin. Fuck that.
You buying someone's love?
Hey, I bought her a bunch of money. Anyways, so
you're very hospitable.
I am. You're
a good host.
Thank you.
You are.
No, honestly, look at Miss Tori Michaels. Today you cooked kebabs. Speaking of turkey, you cooked kebabs for me. You cooked stuffed mushrooms. Mm-hmm. You cooked potatoes, like a gratin, some like a fall apart potatoes. Delicious.
They're delicious.
Amazing.
Garlic
fruit.
Potatoes.
Fruit were in the sun. It's like the time. I mean, it was like amazing. Cabanas.
Dude, the cabanas were so nice.
Nice.
I wanted to close and just have a shade moment.
You want to do that?
It was cool.
Do you want to close that at the end of this?
Somehow we got mosquito bites.
You got mosquito bites. Mosquitoes don't like me.
During the daytime?
Oh, that's weird. Well, they don't like me. I got weird blood, I think.
They love to eat me up.
Do what?
They love to. They love my blood. Like,
they love your blood.
They've always just.
They love to eat you up.
Yeah.
Out.
So, anyways.
All right, let's talk about it. So, Halle Berry.
She was offered this role.
Oh, I'm sorry, not Halle Berry. Drake. Let's put a bow on Drake. Okay. I think Drake's at such a level like.
He says there are no rules. 50 Cent.
Right, and he'd be right because right now there are no rules.
But that's coming from an artist that had stuff written for him. You realize that.
And we all. And does anybody care?
Famous beats. His one of the top sellers was written.
He wrote Wankster though.
Okay, I'll give him that, but I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, I don't know. Did he write in the club?
No. That beat was given to him.
Well, usually that's how it works.
I know, but like...
they don't do the beats,
I don't know. Artists... I just miss the old-fashioned musicians. I was talking to my grandpa about
Frank Sinatra didn't write his own music. Elvis didn't write his own music. The Beatles wrote their own music.
Yes.
Okay.
I miss people writing, producing,
Phil
singing
Collins,
their own music.
he wrote his own music.
You too?
Who cares about them?
You don't like you
I
too?
fucking can't stand you too.
I fucking love you too. They inspired me to buy my first microphone, the SM-50. The shirt.
I don't even know.
They recorded their whole album off that.
I don't even know when they were relevant last.
Whatever.
Okay. Somebody, let's a little bit more recent.
Mm-hmm.
How about, do you think,
see, Taylor Swift, I know
she
she's
writes
like trendy as hell.
She writes her own shit.
I commend her. She started her own production company before that was trending.
Mm-hmm. She wrote her own shit.
Yeah.
She writes her own shit.
Like, who does that? We gotta be COVID friendly. Times of crisis.
It's times of crises.
Mine's falling.
I can't believe you got me. It couldn't be any more bougie than this, but.
Chanel.
Yeah.
My boss actually had me go and buy her a mask, specially just to have a Chanel mask.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, she loved it
Was she
so
Turkish?
much. No, she's Mexican, I think.
All right, let's get off the fucking race. So there's too much race talk out in this world.
There's nothing wrong with race.
No, nothing wrong with race.
I love all people.
We do not like to.
I have too many races mixed in my body.
That's true. I am a plethora. So what do you have down here, Miss? You went to school a couple years ago, right? To do some broadcasting. Mm-hmm. How'd you do?
Ace that shit. No, I really did get A's. No, I felt passionate after you recommended that school.
Get out of here.
No, you did, and then I was like, whatever. I put it off for like a few years of knowing you, like 5 years. I think I didn't even go there until 5 years later.
The one right over here, the broadcasting school.
Yeah, and I enrolled. I made the commitment. I did it, and I loved every second of it. I didn't know that I loved radio so much. I was actually in love with radio.
Really?
Passionately.
What made you like it?
I just love every aspect of it. I love, because I didn't learn just one section of a station. Because, like, there's different departments of a radio station. There's different aspects. I did all of them. I couldn't choose one. I love copywriting. I love studying the formats. I love the promotions. Trafficking was really fun for me.
What's trafficking?
Trafficking? Oh my god, I love trafficking.
Is that when they have the helicopter?
It's news reporting the traffic.
Yeah, so like the helicopter stuff?
Yeah, like the SIG alert. Like, I love
Oh my god.
I could read the shit out of SIG alert. No, like, I really loved doing that. Like, it was really fun for me. I know that's talking about the Orange Crush and all that shit.
Yeah.
Like,
They always Orange Crush and the Skirball Center Drive. Every time Skirball Center Drive over here in LA. Well, LA, everybody, if you're not familiar with this area.
Some California talk.
California, yeah.
Yeah. No, I really did like trafficking. I like
trafficking what? Drugs?
No.
Trafficking drugs?
Oh god, no.
Thank God.
But promotions, coming up, brainstorming ideas for promoting the station. I loved touring the stations. I loved creating commercials for the stations, writing copies for it, because you got to engage with your other classmates, obviously. And I just actually found my old.
No, you didn't.
Radio. Yes, I did.
Can we play that?
No, it's not.
Well, because we're gonna be launching this next 2 days or so. Right now, you guys are lucky, and if you subscribe here on Twitch, you guys will be able to get Miss Victoria. Yeah,
stay connected with us. Go to whatstheplay.net.
Yeah.
Subscribe with us, and you'll hear all our updates.
Yeah, and if you subscribe here on the tiers, you will be able. She will give you a call, and she will send you a shirt.
Yes, to thank you.
You
actually have to put in the work.
Yeah, you gotta put in the work a little bit. Come on, guys.
And then
you put in the work. You put in the work at the broadcast school.
Yeah.
Couple years.
It was a year. It was about a year.
Okay, and do you still talk to anybody over there? Or
yes, actually.
I keep hitting my nose right now.
Back.
No, I keep hitting my nose on this thing. They invited you back?
Yes, they invited me back. I'm free to use the studio as much
No
as I
way.
want.
So we're here in this shantytown studio?
Yes, I could take you on a tour of the studio.
I'd love to. I don't know if they're ready for me.
I don't think so. I actually met a lot of cool people while I was there.
Mm-hmm.
Artists, other podcasters.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of hip hop artists, surprisingly.
Oh, really? No, I saw you taking...
There was a network of sports podcasters. People that love sports, all you sports fans out there.
Right, that aren't going on right now?
I didn't really like the sports casting. That was... No, I could read
You say,
really
boom
well.
goes the dynamite. He scored a layup.
I'm not interested in reporting on sports.
Okay.
I love playing sports, but I don't like really watching them unless I'm engaging in them.
Or betting on them.
I don't like to gamble.
Okay. What don't you? Okay, so what don't you like about sports?
No, I love sports, but I don't like watching them. Like, okay, we're sitting and watching other people and we're critiquing the shit out of them.
Right.
When we can't even go.
But that's what they do.
I know, but we can't play like them. And
they're the best in the world.
Shit.
Yeah, that's true.
How is it going to be now with this COVID? This is the longest time in history.
Oh, shit. I think we're going.
No. That they have never
played continuously.
No. Yeah. Yes, as a team.
Yep, I know where you're going with that. That's crazy shit.
I've been thinking about this whole time. What's the chemistry and dynamic going to be of all the new sports teams?
Those are the worst games we've ever seen played by professional athletes.
Saying. They're all going to be selfish because they're all going to be training out singly, right? And
damn, Kobe Bryant got out when he could. He came out. He went out the right time.
Ooh, that's a little hard.
I mean, I don't mean like that, but I mean,
he
like,
didn't really go out. It wasn't
I'm just
by
saying,
choice.
He knew when to fold him.
I don't know. That was smart of him and his wife, though.
What?
They always made a pact that whenever someone's traveling, the other person's not.
I would have been happier if Vanessa would have gone.
Wow.
I mean, everybody else would say that.
We do not want to offend Vanessa at all.
Everybody would say that. What the fuck has she done?
She's the mom of. Yeah. She's the mother of the children.
She's lucky. She's lucky.
I don't know.
She's lucky he signed a what's it called?
Do you want the father?
What do they call it? Non-disclosure when you get married? What is it?
It's a prenup.
Prenup. Thank you.
Yeah. Would you make your wife sign a prenup?
Yeah, because I have so much to offer her.
Okay, so I've never been in a position where like.
No, I don't. I wouldn't. First of all, marriage is an outdated tradition.
Yeah, but
and Kobe unfortunately was on the wrong.
Like
open
for sure.
Okay.
So I've never been in a position to where it's like, oh, I want a prenup.
Yeah, because he got married in a time when there was still marriage was like an opportunity and shit. But now if you look at,
they need to have a prenup.
Well, you're not gonna get married like everybody else. Look at let's look at everybody that are your friends. Like if you look at your Instagrams, if you look at whatever
people you went to school mostly.
Okay, the people that got married. Let me ask you one question.
Mm-hmm.
The people that got married that you went to school with.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say maybe not that many options besides that person?
Okay, so the deal with my high school, we had 600 kids in the whole high school. Everybody intermarried each other, and it was weird for me because I look back and I'm like, oh my god, everybody just married each other at that high school.
Right.
However, I didn't marry. I didn't date anyone in my high school.
Do you know
I was the girl they just like to hook up with on the side behind their
as well. You should
behind their girlfriend's back.
Right. You're the fun one.
Fun, but it's like, was I really? I didn't know.
They're obviously bored.
Yeah, but I would always get in trouble because I didn't know that they had girlfriends.
Okay, well now those guys have now aged.
Dramatically.
Dramatically, right? So they're like, well, what I'm with is what I'm with, and that's what I got. That's what we do. We go together.
80% of them are actually happy and content.
You got your goddamn mind.
No, they are.
I don't know.
At least from my high school, they are.
Really?
They put on a really good facade on social media. If they're
on social media, yeah.
But like, there are a few that have been divorced.
Mm-hmm.
Me, happy divorcee.
You're not a divorcee.
Oh yeah, you are.
Well, yeah, but that guy was.
Now I'm like a widow, kind of.
He died.
He passed away.
Wait, what?
This past March.
The husband that you were with?
Mm-hmm.
Shut the fuck.
That was kind of a shocker.
What? Hold on. This is.
Yeah, my husband that I was married to.
Tori Michaels
passed away. I had to go through that. That was a little difficult. I'm not gonna lie. Even
the
though
guy that used to send me the video,
we were divorced.
He'd be like writhing on the ground and like,
no.
I'm so aged out.
Yeah, no. He got better.
He was the guy that you found on Craigslist trying to hook up with other people.
He
wanted old women like threesomes.
Sugar mamas.
Sugar mamas.
But yeah, how do you remember all of that?
I have a photographic memory.
No, you don't.
I don't, but I remember that guy.
I'm just kidding.
I remember that guy.
No, for sure though. Rest in peace. He ended up being a good guy in the end.
Did he die? Did he die of what his affliction was?
He was addicted to steroids. Don't do steroids.
Steroids.
Yeah, I'm on the anti-steroids.
You cannot die from steroids.
Heart attack.
I mean, that's not from steroids.
He got put into coma from steroids.
Okay.
He was doing too much though. He was like one of those meathead.
Yeah.
Going to the gym, 500 pounds deadlifting.
He was like a skinny fuck when you were married him.
Yeah, not anymore.
Okay.
He was like gross,
ridiculous, right?
Gross buff.
Right.
I'm not into that. I like
okay.
smaller people.
Nobody else is into it now either.
I don't know.
I think that his heart from the abuse that it took from the other stuff. What's that?
Guess who just texted me?
Who's that?
Curtis.
Oh yeah.
Speak of the devil. I'm just kidding.
Oh no.
He's
a good. I love Curtis.
We were just talking about that.
I love Curtis.
Today.
His sister's a piece of shit, but he's an amazing guy.
Oh, amazing guy.
Oh, he's a good man. I like him.
He's never done me dirty.
Yeah.
Good heart.
Yeah, I know. We both like him.
Good intentions.
He brought us together.
We both like him.
Yeah, he brought us together. We thank him for that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Without him, we wouldn't have this
I'm not weird.
I know. It's crazy because you were literally like my best friend every morning. Every morning. We had our cars and coffee.
Cars and coffee.
Cars and coffee. Read the Sauce and News today.
We had a good time. And
sure.
and then, things happen and we're better for it,
I think we've grown as individuals.
Absolutely.
We've grown in a good way, in a positive way. So
absolutely.
It's not anything I regret. Even through the fight. Mm-hmm. I think that pause of silence was good.
Makes you who you are.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It humbled me. Like, hey, maybe Steven, you're not always right. Yeah, you're not. Maybe you need to humble yourself and understand and look at other people's. Just when you think you know everything, you don't know shit. And nope. The older I get, and I know I'm not old, to all my beautiful fans out there.
No, you're 23.
Thank you. But what I don't, you can't be so stuck in like your ways of thinking, because look I have a landlord that's 80 something years old.
Really?
And he does not know how to communicate with people. And you would think by that age, you would have picked up some
people have
skills.
it and some people don't. But back then, they didn't even have cell phones.
You
selectively communicated.
He told me that I
mean, they did have cell phones, but
he told me,
you know what I mean.
He told me I was sent to him to ruin his life. He feels.
What?
That's what he told me.
I
was sent by God or something.
Page you're on right now with your landlord.
They had to take him away because he's not able to be coherent anymore. I mean, I don't know, but he would yell at me.
Arguing with a disabled old man.
This motherfucker. I was with a girl when I first moved here. Mm-hmm. We're asshole naked. Mm-hmm. We're
one of those Tinder ladies.
I don't know who the fuck was it. I'm trying to remember who it was.
You don't even have to put her on blast.
I'm not, but I'm trying to remember. But I just know it was from the very beginning, and all of a sudden, I haven't lived in a 2-story place in a long time.
Yeah.
So I wake up and I see somebody walk past our window, and I'm like, that's weird.
Wait, how can they walk past your window?
That's what I'm fucking saying. I saw somebody and I'm like, wait, what the fuck? I'm on a 2. It took me a second to realize I'm in a 2-story condo now. I realized it's the motherfucker.
You don't have a balcony.
It's the 80-year-old landlord just whatever. Just walking across. Yeah.
On the roof?
On the motherfucking roof.
That's a little creepy.
You're telling me. He saw
Tom.
He saw all of us.
That's like bad grandpa on another level.
He saw us. He was ashamed. Just kidding.
No, he was like what he was seeing. He was there.
Yeah. He's like, oh my God, imagine.
No, I'm serious.
And I don't think it was that. I think he was.
Did you not see that one?
It was like 10. It was only like 10 o'clock in the morning, though. It was only like 10.
Something. He's having a baby right now.
Who is having a baby right now?
Damn it! I don't. There's a celebrity that I was scrolling through Twitter the other day.
I would totally have a baby at 80.
You would be that guy.
You know that.
You would be that guy.
I'm sorry, kid, if I've only been around for 2 or 3 years, but.
Here's your trust fund for the college graduation.
I got you, dude.
But I won't be there.
I will write. I will write you. What's the play in life? And you better follow.
Inheritance is just a black book.
Black book.
A little black book. Oh my God, that's so you.
It's gonna have every scenario known to man. Like
okay. So
people will hate you, son.
I always refer
people will hate you just like your dad. People hated your dad.
You know Rules of Engagement, right?
Yeah, that's the movie.
No, the TV show. With Patrick.
Kind of the guy that's like
Patrick.
He's bigger.
No, the blonde-haired Patrick. O'Neill or no? What's his name?
The gay guy.
Yes.
That's not Rules of Engagement.
What's his name?
That's what he called.
How
I Met Your Mother. Yeah,
How I Met Your Mother. Okay. Yeah. So you are Barney.
Yeah.
Right? You're Barney.
Right.
Fully 100%. So you have that book.
I had a screen like that, but you know how the screen blinds his girlfriends? Like the big screen is so big, and they can't. Well, I had a projector, and I had given a cylinder or some shit. But yeah, it blinded like a bunch of people. In my what the fuck? This room's only this big. Why do we need to see this movie this large? God, it hurts my eyes, Steven. I swear to God, like, what are you doing?
Well, you know his playbook.
Oh, he has a playbook?
Yes.
Okay.
It's the playbook. It tells you the rule in a play in the playbook. Yeah. That's like what's the play? Who cares? Playbook. We have to have a playbook.
That's it. You just found it out.
And then that's what we're gonna have for you guys. So coming soon is our Who Cares?
No, what's the play playbook?
What's the play playbook? Social situations and scenarios.
Interesting you say that.
What?
Because I think my mother watches it.
Oh no, she has to. It's one of the greatest written things.
I think my mother watches it, and she got me this.
Card tricks.
Yes, because he was a magician. Remember?
Oh my God.
And I think it's amazing.
I really think that you could test all the waters of those challenges.
I think so. Let's do it on the podcast. But I need a wing woman.
All his ways of picking up women.
You need to be here with me.
Robin was his best wing
You need
woman.
to be my Giselle Maxwell. Or what's her name? Ghislaine Maxwell? Ghislaine Maxwell?
That's a horrible reference right now.
I know it is.
Horrible. We're joking.
Just kidding. But like in a good way, though. You know, like Ghislaine Maxwell, but in a good way.
I've always... Why don't we just leave it at help me?
How funny is that? Like, is there really ever a good way about that? That's
no.
Just kidding to all the victims. We know you gotta get victimized and all that. But maybe you shouldn't have gone to like some rich guy's house.
Hashtag me too.
Wow, you're right. Hashtag me too. No, we really feel for you.
No, I really am a victim
we're really,
of those things.
I know you are. I know you are. And
several situations.
There's a, you know, I'm joking about it because I can't even understand it. I think it's ridiculous.
About it now. To be honest, I'm not one of those people.
You've been violated?
I've been raped more than once.
Whoa, this is getting serious. Right?
No, but like, honest to God, though, I'm not one of those people that have been like, I was obviously I was traumatized.
Obviously.
But it's like a subconscious thing where I've put it. I've dealt with it.
It's gotta move on.
I've come to terms with it. I'm not somebody that lets that play the victim for the rest of their life. There's women that play the victim for the rest of their lives and they can't move on.
And let me ask you this.
Tragic things, but honestly.
Let me ask you this, though. A lot of these women, had they not been attractive, do you think it would have happened to them?
And a lot of
that's the weird shit. Right?
Led the men on.
Maybe so.
But but just because you lead a guy on doesn't give them a right.
Absolutely not.
You know what I mean? Like if you're
absolutely
not
not. And just because you're attractive does not mean anything, right?
Yeah.
But you know who's out there right now? Old fatty fart pants, who's like fucking fat as fuck, that nobody is hitting on, that nobody would talk to, and nobody might rape.
No, those people are the most scared of getting raped.
Who the fuck would rape?
No, but they really usually are the most like.
They're the most vulnerable?
I don't know. We're not gonna get into.
We're not gonna go in there right now. Yeah, that's actually kind of crazy. We're talking on Twitch. Just kidding.
No.
We're seriously just throwing stuff out there.
No, but honestly though, with anything, not even with just this whole Me Too thing, but with anything in life, not playing a victim to the things that you've gone through. Let's say the coronavirus. Let's say whatever.
Rona.
Yeah, Rona. But no, whatever situation or hard things or traumatizing experiences anybody's face, not playing the victim and moving on.
You got to.
Is so essential.
It's either that or what? You dwell on it for the rest of your life, and then your life is miserable as fuck.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. I know so many people that have let some situation.
In my own life, I feel that I've let some traumatic situations kind of like.
Don't relive them.
It's not reliving them, but that's
what holds you back.
I've found that I've told the story, or it's in the back of my mind, or some of that.
It's
so
on repeat.
right, like get the fuck over it.
It's a play. It's like it's on a tape cassette in the back of your head, and you go and you relive the moment. Then all the emotions and the hostility or the anxiety
100.
or whatever just wells up again, and then you just relive the moment. You got to stop replaying the moments.
No, because you know what? It's over. It's over. It's gone.
It is.
It's gone.
You have to live in the present.
100%. Because look at your childhood. My childhood or whatever. I remember I had grandparents.
We had good childhood.
I remember I had some grandparents, right?
Mm-hmm.
But almost, did they even exist?
Yes.
I mean, did they? I don't know. It's gone. It's what I'm saying. It's over. Like in my mind, yeah. I mean, it's over. Like it's gone. Like
yeah. But those
I hope that they were
are still with you.
Maybe are those real?
Did you have good memories?
Amazing, amazing.
Well, then you
so amazing.
Those. And those are the positive things you do want to.
But they're gone. What can I do?
You learn from what they taught you.
Cool. I miss them every day. Am I gonna fucking cry about it?
Recently, I got to spend time with my grandpa, and he taught me so many things. Like just about like his social scenarios, because you know how you wanted us to stop and think and observe on what's going on in today's society, right?
Right.
So my grandpa was covering and touching base with some of those things.
You asked your grandpa to Steve, my friend Steven.
Oh. He was just talking.
Dropping knowledge.
Just talking.
Yeah.
And he's saying his opinions about the music nowadays, how he doesn't like it. You know what I mean? Like just different things like the movies nowadays, how it's just like guns shooting up, action-packed films.
And that's understandable.
No stimulating stories, no actors that actually go to school for acting anymore. You know what I mean? Like anybody can become a
and he's right.
actor.
He's right.
But he was just saying how much he liked old films, like his newest favorite film, Ryan Gosling, La La Land.
Oh my god.
He said he's watched it 6 times.
How do you watch a film 6 times?
I've never even seen it. With Emma Stone or whatever.
That's so weird. I don't have the patience.
He loves the music in it. He loves it. This is a man who plays almost every instrument, though. So, like...
He plays piano?
He plays piano. I recorded him playing the piano.
Is he a better piano player than me?
Hell yeah.
Oh, shit.
But I do miss you playing the piano.
I miss you being a ballerina.
I can still be a ballerina.
One of these days, everybody here on Twitch, she will.
I have a ballet bar at the new apartment.
Oh shit!
So we can go in our,
no, but that's real. That's real stuff. But you know what? And then at some point, he will be gone. And then you know what? That was in the past. And like you want to believe that all that stuff was real and it happened, but it's all just what we interpret shit as, right? So all that shit's gone. If you were raped, or if you had a great time, or if you weren't, or if you were the king of the world and you lost everything, all that stuff's in the past. There's nothing you can do about it. It's gone.
No, that's what
it's gone.
There's nothing you can do about it.
All we're doing is right here, right.
Like with the last situation of the whole whatever happened to me, I was scared for a while. You know? Like,
it was going to come out of the woods and do it again?
No, that's why I went to my school and I like worked through it and everything. I didn't want to leave.
Why didn't you tell me about it? Because I would have killed him. It
was after
I killed him.
But yeah, no, I just like you work through it. And then sometimes with social media, I think that's what's traumatizing some of their. They see their offenders on social media. This has happened to me actually. I went on Facebook. I went on Facebook.
You saw your offender?
Yeah, someone from my past had this great life with a wife and kids and was living this like wonderful life, and I never pressed charges, right? And so I'm like, seeing
better
this,
now,
and
motherfucker.
I'm like, what the hell? Like, I don't want this person to be happy.
They're wearing all white together, jumping on the sand?
Well, no, because I thought he was gonna be in like,
jail.
He went to jail, so I was like, oh, he went to jail for something else.
But somebody didn't realize that, and they made him.
Yeah, but maybe they changed his life. I don't know. I don't know. You have to be really messed up to do what you did.
Well, if you could get high raping, then you're a fucking psycho.
It gets worse than that.
I'm just saying.
It's a gnarly story. It's a little too graphic for here.
If a girl does not want it, how the fuck do you get hard?
I don't know. Some people are into people passed out. Some people are into some weird stuff.
Well, then they need to go. They just need to go. Like we don't need them.
Isn't necrophilia dead people?
That's
some
dead
people want to
yeah.
have sex with dead people.
Yeah, well, those people need to go too. How the fuck do you, as a man,
coroners and morgues then?
As a man, how can you have boner get a hard on without somebody like kissing you back or without like giving you that love back.
It happens
or whatever.
all the time.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now. There's some girls I'll be like hooking up with, and I'm not feeling it. I'm like, you know what? I'm out of here. Like I'm not feeling it. Like it's just not gonna happen because I'm not feeling any kind of like right away. I know right away. Boom. Like I'm not a little kid anymore. Like they're gonna touch my wiener and I'm gonna get excited.
I'm like, I'm not.
Yeah, like just not into it. I don't care. I could I could touch your boobies. I could like whatever, all that stuff. And I'm just not gonna like.
It doesn't do things for some people.
Yeah, when you have so much of it, I guess we have no feeling anymore.
Oversensitization.
Maybe I'm oversensitive, but what I'm saying is, I guess maybe rapists don't have it. They're desensitized. They have nobody to touch their wee.
Well, okay, Jeffrey Dahmer. I watched a documentary about him.
He was a gay dude.
But listen, so he only started acting out on people supposedly.
Once. What happened?
After his mannequin was taken away by his mom. Because he was doing all these weird shit to his mannequin. And then his mannequin was taken away.
Sometimes you leave that mannequin alone.
He was closet gay. And then he started actually doing it towards...
You know, I've thought about that. Like, what if, like a lot of people don't like the things that people look at on the internet?
My mom took my dildo away.
Me too.
But I didn't go out fingering other women.
Okay, then what about this? What if there's like people like Jeffrey Dahmer and stuff and whatever is on the internet, maybe he's a pedophile and he's able to watch the shit. Do you think that if he just maybe he would have gotten it out by watching it instead of actually acting on it? Or do you think it makes him act on it more?
But then it goes to that saying
then he's like
thoughts become actions, actions
that's
become
true.
habits
True.
you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like that's why I try to cater my thoughts sometimes.
So what do we do with these people? Kill them?
Kill them?
Put them in a camp?
I have no idea what to do with pedophiles.
What, spray camp?
I do not agree with them.
I'm not just talking about those guys. I'm talking about rapists. I'm talking about everybody. This is your time to speak to everybody. What do we do with the people that violated you?
With them?
Yeah. What do we do with them? Do we like? I know we're live globally right now, and so whatever you tell me, like I can't do it in secret.
Well,
do we slice their throat?
No, I kind of.
Do we slice their balls off?
I don't think about it.
Good. Until this podcast came about, that we started talking about.
I'm just saying, like, because I don't want to be not sensitive to people that are victims. Because 100%. I'm one. Like, I can joke about. That's 100%. my
you have to.
comic relief, I guess, of like. I laugh at inappropriate times at
Absolutely.
stuff I probably shouldn't laugh about sometimes.
Right. I do too.
But that's just how I deal with the uncomfortable feeling of what happened, I guess.
If there's anything, you are honest. 100% you are.
No,
almost
too.
Yeah, no
filter.
Absolutely.
But shout out to
no
Asperger's.
filters. Is it Asperger's now?
Yes.
I thought
that's what it's called.
I thought it was autism.
That's what it is. Asperger is a form of autism.
Form of autism, yeah.
So,
well,
you gotta love that.
Shout out to that.
Word vomit.
Yeah, and you have. And I'm like, what the fuck?
You gotta say what you're thinking and speak your mind sometimes.
Absolutely, because otherwise people won't like. Because if everybody's like, oh, that's the greatest thing ever. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. And then you really get in front of real motherfuckers and you have the song or whatever you want to say.
Closed mouths don't get
and then they're like, oh, that's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. And you're like, well, why did everybody set me up to fail?
Yeah.
Right? Because what? They didn't want to tell you?
Nobody had the balls to tell their opinion about it.
Right. And you need people, but there's also people.
I'm a ball buster.
There's also people too that will talk shit to you just because it makes them feel better.
They want to tear you down though, and
right.
they don't want you.
You got to be able to decipher that. That's a weird thing in this world, right?
That's a scenario that needs to be in the playbook.
That needs to be in the playbook. We're writing chapter after chapter here at the playbook on the Who Cares podcast and the What's Play playbook. Make sure you go to what'splay.net. Miss Ashley Victoria will give you a call, and you will receive a free shirt. So, what do we have a list? Halle Berry? What the fuck is she talking about? Halle.
She was just recently offered a trans role that she favored, that she was excited to take on. And kudos to her.
She's an actress.
Yeah, but however, she got a little backlash, and she's back because
she's not trans. Right?
I don't. You know what? This whole trans thing, like.
No. The reason. No, hold on. The reason why she did not take. She got the backlash is because she's not actually a trans actor.
Do you think
right?
that's why?
So yes, because they didn't have trans actors didn't get that role.
But do you need a trans actor to play?
No, they're called
role?
actors.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That goes to follow up with the voiceover actors that are all losing their jobs because over the Black Lives Matter. Like they're not like white.
Because they're not black.
Well, Cleveland was played by a white guy.
Okay.
For
you did a great job at it.
Yeah, but that's what their job is. it's not a racist thing. It's not a racism thing. They're doing their job as actors to portray blah 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 blah.
I think in the whole,
you're taking art out.
Yeah,
of
let's.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
let's
so
look
what? No, that's what a voiceover
let's
actress
look up the term
is.
actor.
They're supposed to be able to mimic every type of race, every type of style, and every type of age. If you take that from them and say these are the guidelines, you're this race, so you can't do. You're taking jobs from somebody that's what they built their life to. That's what a voiceover actress is. Like,
so Cleveland, if they would have said, well,
but like,
God,
I understand
this white guy does such a good job at it, but we need to hire this black guy who does a terrible job at it. The show's going to be terrible.
It's all about
there wasn't a black guy.
In your voice.
Okay, well, let me ask you this: Do you think that like they purposely? Like, we need a white guy to play Cleveland.
No, that's not what it was about.
Right. They put the best one for the job, right?
Yes, because it's a voice. It's a blind audition most of the times.
So here's the definition of actor.
Blind audition.
Right. So a person whose profession is acting on the stage and movie. Okay, that's a participant in action or process. So there you go. Like, it doesn't say anything about race.
No, because blind auditions.
Right. Well, now you're saying blind people?
No, I'm saying blind auditions. Like, why does when someone does an audition for a song, the whole point of a blind audition is
what if a white person?
What if a white person singing a black gospel song?
Yeah.
And they sing it bomb.
Yeah.
So you're gonna say what? They can't sing it now?
No, they can't sing.
Do you know what I'm saying?
They don't know what it's like to watch.
That's just
vice versa. What if you hear a black dude sing country?
I've heard. Okay, so
amazing. I know.
There's African people, African American people.
Jesus Christ.
Are very prevalent in the UK. They sound like white people. They sound like a white.
Wait. What do you mean? What white people?
British people.
Oh, British people. Okay.
They're African American, and they.
First of all, they're not. First of all, they're not African American.
So
they're African British. People.
African British?
They're not African.
Not the proper.
Well, if they live in fucking Great Britain, they're not African American.
Being politically correct.
Okay.
My apologies.
Yes. Okay. So they're British. First of all, I guess they would be called African British, maybe. I don't know what the term that they want.
But they sound British. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right. They're very proper. They're very proper.
They can't do a British role because of their race now. Do you know what I'm saying?
I didn't know where you're going. You're right. Yeah, that's a good analogy.
I just want actors and artists
I know where that
to
was
be able
going.
to express themselves freely.
That's right.
That's all I meant by this whole
art is art.
Do you know what I mean? Like, that's it. Like, it shouldn't be about that. I mean, there's a lot of things about race and that they should be justified and they should have justice for, but not in the art.
Right.
I don't think in the arts.
Not in the arts at all?
No, I mean, obviously, if you're pushing the line with some comedy that's like super racist and stuff, yeah, but when you're auditioning for a part, that's not racist.
Yeah, art is so subjective, right? So, like, I don't think anybody, when it comes to art, should be held to any standard, whether it be race, whether it be some stereotype, right? Whatever that person views it as long as it's not, I mean, ridiculously egregious. Like, you know, what's that movie, Birth of a Nation, which was like the biggest film in 1920 or something. This would be like the Titanic of its era, and the Ku Klux Klan comes and saves America, right? That's a ridiculous premise. But as long as we don't have something like that, like, that's ridiculous, because the Ku Klux Klan ain't gonna save shit.
You know what I mean? And they're like making fun of other people's.
But maybe that was that. Well, you know what? People went to watch it, so maybe that was art.
They're laughing was maybe the way that they dealt with that uncomfortable.
Who knows? I wasn't around. You're right. Who knows?
How we laugh at that.
We laugh at everybody equally.
Yep.
Have you met pieces of shit in every race?
Yep.
Absolutely. I've been robbed by more white people than anybody I know.
Me too.
Yeah. I guess maybe that's just proximity, though.
And they're usually sober.
Really?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, yeah, right.
No,
exactly.
but honestly, no. I went through a stage where I was around a lot of people that committed a lot of crimes, right? And they did them sober. They're just messed up people out there. Whoa. You don't have to.
Yeah, no, 100%. So,
like, you don't have to be a certain race to be a shitty person.
No, you don't. I think that's ridiculous to even think that that's an issue.
Yeah, so
that's
why I think stereotypes are retarded when it comes to profiling.
Shit. I think people have I think the only people that haven't understood that is the news media, because I think the people understand this more than ever, and unfortunately, if they separate us, then they have us. If they allow us to be one and united, then the government and who's ever controlling us as a entity, they're fucked. Because if we're one people, they're fucked. But the only way to make us, for them to allow to govern us, some semblance of control is to separate us, and that's what they're doing. When you see all
they're
the motherfucking
division right now
and
between the races.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
They're trying to create a civil war amongst each other.
Yeah, and what does that do for them?
It just makes everyone hate the government more.
No, it makes us hate each other more.
Well, that as well.
It makes it hate each other more. So while we all fucking get mad at each other, the governments and the powers that be sit back and they go,
they're winning. We're letting the man win.
Yep.
Do you need my help?
No. I got this. I promise. So what else you got there, Miss Ashley Thor?
Well, you wanted to talk about the discord among social media.
Oh, I just don't like the news.
The news?
I mean, do you? Well, I mean, like,
I want to hear about the good things that are going on in the world. So,
it's not even the good things. Okay, look it. There is so much going on in this world, right? Mm-hmm. Besides Trump and some rioters,
innovations, inventions.
Oh my god! Or the fact that Hong Kong lost all their rights as a fucking society because the last bit of like hope that they had gets wiped away during this time of crises because everybody doesn't give a fuck about them anymore. There's that.
There are people that still do care. I actually have a cousin in China right now.
Yes.
I just found out.
Huh? You got it?
You hold this. And
what did I do to it?
You're going wrong.
I was going the wrong way.
Technical difficulties.
Right. So we're back. We're here live. Okay, I got you. Why are you really gonna pop up out of my
what?
You just pop up out of my lap.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, there she is. Just kidding.
No, but honestly, I have a cousin actually that stayed in China through this whole COVID thing.
Is he Chinese?
He was actually he's Mexican.
Oh, he's Mexican. Of course he would be.
He's Mexican.
Ah, they got him over there too, huh?
When he was growing up.
I'm just kidding.
Shout out to Brandon.
I'm glad he made it over there.
No, he chose to stay, and it's a lot different than the media obviously portrays it to be. Mm-hmm. Their whole media is controlled. Like
China.
Yeah, people go in our store today,
right,
and they'll have their own phones, and they can't download the app for our store because their internet's blocked.
Right, but Hong Kong was they had this, I don't know, part of their constitution, or because they used to be under British rule, and since
really?
Up until like 1999 or something. But when they gave it back to China, the whole premise of giving it back to China, Hong Kong was supposed to be a separate entity, and that they would never ever to be under the Communist People's Party of China, whatever it's called, and so. What happened early on, if I don't know if you remember, in January, China was starting to really push and take away all the rights to assume them back into the Chinese fold, and all of Hong Kong started protesting like crazy.
Really?
Then COVID, and then nobody cares about Hong Kong anymore, and now they take away everything. So now Hong Kong's fucked.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Hong Kong was
Thank you for the history lesson.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm here for. So whatever, the news media ain't giving you nothing. They're talking to you about Trump. They're talking about not Trump. They're talking about rioting, not rioting. Whatever. There's so much. There's so much more. Schools. Yeah,
Are you pro them opening back up?
Well, we just found that UV rays or UV light kills it. So I mean.
So we put UV lights in all the costumes.
Well, I mean, like it's kind of like it's daytime. You know what I mean? Unless you're like fucking late at night, and I've been doing a lot of that during this time of crisis, and I haven't got it yet. So I don't know who the people are getting it, but y'all are doing some weird shit. What are you blowing each other's noses into each other's eyeballs or something? Like, what the fuck are you guys doing? You guys real close or something? Like you guys like hanging out in like old people homes or something?
I don't know.
Like, what the fuck do they do to get it? I mean, knock on wood. Thank God. I mean, watch next week. I'm gonna be like, you're gonna be the only one on here. You'll be like, oh, Steven has COVID.
He's quarantined upstairs.
Yeah, I've gotten other sick illness. I got strep throat during this time.
Really?
Well, you put your mouth in different areas. You're gonna get some crazy shit.
That's what happens with strep throat.
Well, yeah.
I thought strep throat was a sickness you could cover up for the other sicknesses. You say you have strep throat. I guess.
No, that's the only disease I get because I don't have my tonsils out. So I actually I'm the table here.
So wouldn't it be tonsillitis?
The same shit.
Oh.
I think, but I'm supposed to get my tonsils out.
Different, but
okay, fine. I just got the order because I told my doctor, he just retired. I said, listen, doctor, I've got it like I was supposed to get my tonsils out. You did too?
I used to.
Did you get your tonsils out?
Nope. My glands get all swollen. And right? I'm like, can you please just take them out? Because, like, it makes my face look
Bobby,
like,
Bobby told me.
If you have, like, a fat face, you know, it makes you look like you have, but it's really just your glands and your tonsils.
Well, Bobby told me it was, I was about to get them, like, maybe about 8 years ago, and Bobby told me, he goes, Steven, I had them out when I was older, about 18.
Oh, no, it was common. All the kids got the most painful. Why didn't we get them out?
But he got them when he was older. And he said it was the most painful. You know, Bobby's not a pussy or anything like that.
Really?
It's the most painful thing he's ever gone through. So I was.
His foot and he walked like.
I was ready to go to the doctors. I went to the what do you call it when they.
The ER.
No, when the consultation, they get the doctor comes with all the tools and he tells you what you're gonna do and all that. Mm-hmm. So I was like this close to just making it happen, and then Bobby told me I pussed out.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But now I'm ready.
I'm begging the doctors to give me pull my tonsils out. No, pull it out. Pull them out.
Yeah, well,
get some ice cream and pull them out.
It's not just give me some. It's like two weeks of horror.
I get ice cream when it happens.
I want people to swallow.
No, that's what you get.
It don't hurt if I swallow.
That's the only cool thing about getting your tonsils removed.
It don't hurt if I swallow. I know. Oh my god. Well, there's that too. So what else we got on the agenda here? We've been going on for like 2 hours almost.
I know. We have a lot of material right here.
We do. It's almost time to. I'm doing a magic trick for you. Take a card and a card.
Can you really do a magic trick?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I just disappeared.
What else a card? And that is the conclusion.